Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about iOS 17.4 Developer Beta 4. Now, the beta has been out for a couple of days now, and as per usual, I like to come back and share with you guys my experience so far with the latest beta. Now, I also want to talk about some of the additional new features and changes that I've come across after using this software, and I want to talk about the performance as well because I have some great news to share with you guys. iOS 17.4 at this point, I believe, is basically finalized, basically complete. We may see another beta in form of RC. We'll talk about that here in just a few seconds. So I want to talk about my experience so far with this latest beta because, as I mentioned, I have some good news to share with you guys based on my testing here in the studio. I want to talk about battery, Wi-Fi, cell service. Those three things were important to me as we had issues previously with iOS, and now with iOS 17.4, I have to say, number one, battery, great news here, is getting solid every time, every new update, every new beta. The battery is getting even better. I did forget to charge my iPhone last night once again, but I'm getting great battery life on my iPhone running iOS 17.4. So if you were having battery drain issues, I think iOS 17.4 will address a lot of these drainage concerns and issues for iPhone users. The next thing is Wi-Fi. So poor Wi-Fi performance and spotty Wi-Fi was an issue previously. With the latest beta in iOS 17.4, I have to say the Wi-Fi connection here in the studio has been solid when previously it was spotty and poor. So great performance in terms of Wi-Fi. Things are looking pretty good here as well. And cell service. You may remember where I talked about the cell service was spotty. It was dropping in certain areas where I typically had service. Well, I have to say I haven't encountered any service drop, not once, with the latest iOS 17.4 and the latest beta 4. So great news all around in terms of performance with this latest software update and this latest beta. Now, I did notice there's one thing new within Apple Music, this new splash screen here explaining what's new within Apple Music. So this one just popped up a few days ago. So we have the monthly replays here. So when you go into Apple Music, you'll have your monthly replays here, and you can tap here and it'll bring you to a website where you can revisit those songs that you listen to the most every single month. And the listen now is now home. So basically, we now have a home button where the listen now option was previously with iOS 17.4. So this splash screen you may see after you update to the latest beta or when you update to iOS 17.4, the official release, which brings me to the next topic, the official release. When is this going to happen? When's the next beta? So as I mentioned, iOS 17.4 is basically finalized at this point. So I'm expecting next week, on the week of the 26th of February, the last week of February, Apple will most likely release iOS 17.4 RC, release candidate, to register developers and public beta testers. Now, typically a week later, we see an official release. So I'm thinking the week of the 4th, the first full week of March, Apple may release iOS 17.4 to the general public. Now, keep in mind, these are not dates that have been confirmed yet. This is just based on my experience and how things are looking so far with iOS 17.4. But guys, great news all around. This software brings a ton of great new features and changes, great improvements, great security updates, even to iMessage, which we'll talk about in a separate video altogether. But yeah, iOS 17.4, expect the RC next week, official release towards the beginning of March. Things are looking pretty solid. Thank you for watching this quick update, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.